Fantastic. Thank you, Dom. Oh, that
You're
was such a
welcome.
good intro. Yeah, just kidding. I'm giving the intro today. Welcome to the Chain Podcast. To all of our beautiful fans out there, this is episode 3. We're really excited to have you guys. It's Carter, Dom, and Schmiegs here again for some crazy takes, some opinions, some really terrible jokes, and a whole lot more.
Yep.
We're really excited to have you guys get
Balls on
started. So
balls, baby. Let's go.
that's perfect. Couldn't have
Thank
said
you.
it better myself.
I appreciate
For
it.
this episode, we're diving into, we're all going to blind rank 5 players in 3 different positions. I got quarterbacks, Dom has wide receivers, Shmeeks has running backs, and then we're going to dive into a new segment we're calling Elite or Not. And after that, going to talk about some quarterbacks that we want in specific situations, kind of a quarterback focused segment there, and ending it with a tight end specific hot take.
Right.
It's gonna be a
Tight
good
end the
one.
position.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the position of tight end in
Strictly on the
football.
field.
Yeah.
Not talking
yeah.
about Dom's tight
The
end today.
best. Dude,
Not
you're
yet.
telling me we're not ranking the best tight ends in the NFL?
Yeah, we're
Actually, we're
blind
drinking
ranking
our
them. Blind ranking them.
our
Yeah,
3
blind rank.
tight ends.
First choice,
Listen,
Betty
tight
White.
end here. For our first one, if you guys want me to go first, I can give you guys quarterbacks. We can just
Yeah.
jump right into
So
that.
Let's get it.
let me just say real quick. So when he says he's doing QBs, he's going to name us the QBs, and then we're going to rank them from 1 to 5 on where we think they should be. Then when I do wide receivers, it's for these two. Schmiegs does running backs, it's for me and Carter. So kind of going like against each other to see who has the better list. Gonna be interesting though. Gonna be very interesting. But
And
yeah,
it's
you can go first,
blind,
Carter.
so I'm gonna name
think
one guy, and they're not gonna know who comes after.
Yep.
Carter's going to decide the winner. So I'm going up head to head with
I
Dom,
like that.
Yep.
I like
and
that.
we'll see.
Yes.
I'm excited.
See, I haven't actually. I have 5 guys, but I haven't really made them into a list. So I'm just gonna go off the cuff, like whichever one I think you guys gives a better list. Here we go. Our and by the way, these have to be starters for 2025.
Yep.
The first quarterback for your list, gentlemen, Sam Darnold.
Okay.
The 1 year legend for my team, now the starter for Schmiegs' team. And do you want to? I would say just put him somewhere. Don't tell me where you put him. Just put him somewhere.
We gotta go on the honor code then.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll go on the honor code. Okay.
Of course,
I
we're on the
got
honor code.
him. I put him down.
I wrote him down.
I don't know. I don't know if I like where
Hands
he
off.
is, but
Hands
he's
off.
somewhere.
Yep. On your team or on the
Good.
list?
A little column A, a little column B.
Fair. Very fair. Real.
You're nice. Our second quarterback today, and a topic of our later discussion, Jalen Hurts.
Okay. All right. I'm all right with that. That's solid. That's a good QB. That's a very good QB. If you troll the rest of this list, then he should probably be at number 1. But we'll see.
There's one.
You can't say anything.
We'll see.
Dude, he's so
He's so bad
can't-
at this.
Yeah.
It's over. We need a replacement.
Fetching me after the first 2. Okay, your number 3 quarterback, Geno Smith. Dom loved that. Loved that one.
I kind of like how I have the list so far, so we'll see how this goes with these last 2.
In my mind,
I already hate it. My list is messed up already. Sam Darnold should never have been number 1.
After Geno Smith, we have Joe Burrow.
Okay. I'm liking where this is going. I think I did a good job. We'll see. I don't know how this last player is going to be. Now I'm scared.
I know. This is what I think is fun, is because you're either holding out hoping the last guy's really good, or holding out hoping the last guy's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Your last quarterback on the list, gentlemen, Justin Fields.
Okay.
Schmiegs seems content. Schmiegs did not look upset. I think Schmiegs is happy about that. Dom also seems happy about that.
I think I cooked. I think I literally have a perfect list. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if I cooked.
Let's hear Schmiegs' first then.
Okay.
I got At number 5. Oh man, I can't even. Whatever. You'll have to believe me.
We'll believe you.
Number 5, I have Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, I have Geno Smith, which is too low for my taste, but whatever. Number 3, I got Sam Darnold. Number 2, I got Jalen Hurts. And number 1, I got Joe Burrow.
Okay.
For me personally, I would put Geno above Sam Darnold just with what I've seen so far. But I don't hate the list, but I think Geno and Sam, it just is up to taste at that point.
So you had Fields, Smith, Darnold, Hurts, Burrow.
Yep.
You
All
got
right,
it.
so I'm gonna flip mine around, but it's mirrored, so it doesn't matter. But 5 we have Justin Fields, 4 we have Sam Darnold, 3 Geno Smith, 2 Jalen Hurts, 1 Joe Burrow, and I think I cooked.
that's a better list.
I think I cooked.
Yeah, that is cooking.
I have to give it to Schmeeks. I'm giving it to Schmeeks. We have the same
Wow.
exact list. Same exact list. Joe
Wow.
Burrow 1, Jalen Hurts 2. I think Sam Darnold is better than Geno Smith. So Darnold and then Geno and then Justin Fields.
Well,
Wow.
Schmeeks thinks
You're
I
so-
won, so I think we tie.
Yeah, yeah, but I take hokey pokey wins. Dom.
Fair, very fair, very fair.
Schmeeks with the first win in what will be a fun day of competition today.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Blind ranking, baby.
Nice job, Schmeeks. Good list. Good list.
Good game.
And
good
we were
game.
gonna have. I think we have go. Schmeeks, you want to go next?
Yep.
Yeah, I will
Go running
jump
backs?
right. You guys ready to jump right into it?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Running backs. First on the list, we got Devon A. Chain, baby. Or A. Chain. How do you pronounce that name?
It's A-Chain.
It's A. Chain. Yeah, Devon A. Chain. You gave me a little smirk and I got nervous.
No. I'm smirking because I don't know where to put this piece of shit.
That's
Isn't
also
that-
that's how I feel.
I was like, this will be a great one right off the dome.
Mr. IR. Okay. Well, we'll see.
Oh, this is hard. Oh,
a
I don't
tough
know
one.
what to do.
It is a tough one. It's hard because I really just don't. Yeah, I don't know. He's not like a premier back in the league, but he's still good when he's on the field.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know what else Schmeeks is going to say.
No, I was gonna say I feel like Schmeeks is gonna give us some crap.
I think he is too. No, I would never.
All right. I've made my choice.
Okay, W.
Number 2. He's had some hot seasons. He's had some cold seasons.
Oh, Jay Simpson.
He's finished, I think, as the fantasy running back 1, maybe running back 3 or top 3.
Mhm.
Breece Hall.
Okay. Shout out Breeze.
Ooh.
Nice guy. Follows me on Twitter. No flex, by the way.
Oh, man. That's a bit of a flex. It's a bit of a flex.
I'm starting to think that my list is already bad.
This is
Uh-oh.
gonna be a tough one. For sure.
Yeah.
Number 3, a dude I love that I thought brought an element of toughness to a team that needed it. Josh Jacobs.
Shit.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
I really respect you giving us these players because I thought you were gonna give us some duds, and none of these guys are duds to me. So
I agree.
Yeah, I think they're all people where it's like if they're your starting running back for your team, you're excited to watch him play.
No.
Oh,
no.
but, like-
I don't
but,
want to
like-
hear that.
But like why don't you want to hear that?
Go on. Go on. I think my list
I
is
just-
scuffed at this point, but let's keep going.
I also
Oh,
this might
but-
be trouble.
I don't know. I think a lot of this will come down to taste. Number 4, you got a guy who went nuclear the last 2 years, kind of came out of nowhere to me, got a big contract, and has, I'm going to say it, the funnest name in NFL, the most fun name, Chuba Hubbard.
Okay. We don't worry then. We don't worry. I thought you were gonna say like you said nuclear, and I was like, oh great, Saquon Barkley incoming.
No. I want
he's
these all
next.
guys to be, yeah. But with that being said,
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
You
I have
should
made
be.
a terrible mistake, or I've
Same.
made a great choice.
this
Same.
last guy, one of my favorites, a guy I personally love, Kenneth Walker. Where are we putting K9, boys?
Damn it. You piece of shit.
I like
Okay,
having him
my list is
last
done.
because I'm emotionally connected to how screwed you guys were
That's fair.
up to this point.
Actually, I don't hate my list, but it's not
I'd switch
perfect.
one thing on mine, and I'd be happy with
I
it.
also I kind of want to make a switch too, but Dom, you
We
want to
can.
go ahead with yours first?
All right, so number 5, I got Chuba Hubbard. Okay, I think that's pretty solid right there. 4 is Kenneth Walker. Then I got 3 Devon Achane, 2 Brees Hall, 1 Josh Jacobs. That's my list right there. Josh
Ooh.
Jacobs, I think, is clearly the number 1 out of all those guys, so I was happy with him not getting destroyed. Do we have the same list? The smile you're giving me makes me feel like we have the same list. Oh, God.
No, I thought we were going to, but no, I have a very similar list, except I have flipped Josh Jacobs and Ken Walker. I got Ken Walker as first,
Oh.
Josh Jacobs fourth.
Wow. Oh my gosh, this is really hard for me because I love the insinuation that Ken Walker is number 1. To me, Ken Walker, Brees Hall, and Devon Achane are all like that same tier. I think Chuba Hubbard could be in that tier because he's done really good work for Carolina, which has been terrible for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I just, he's you're still. I'm just still not sure what to think of him, but I'm excited to see what he does this year. But yeah, like you said, I can't not give the win to the guy who has Josh Jacobs at number 1.
Bam!
That dude is so. He's been durable. He's been hammering the rock for like 5 years now, and
true.
I don't think it's a
dog.
coincidence that he leaves the Raiders, goes to Green Bay, and then suddenly they start running the rock real well.
Yep.
He's a big reason why I won our dynasty league because I
Love
got him.
that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
So,
like him because he's
I
a
gotta
Packer,
give
but
Dom.
he's a stud.
I gotta give Dom the win.
So
it's
Schmeeks has one. I have one. If
Checks.
Carter wins this next one, then we're all tied, and we have to do some type of
Three-way tie.
tiebreaker, I believe. But wide receivers up next, gentlemen. Are you prepared?
Ooh.
Are you prepared to pin down some wide receivers? Pin down
See,
some wide receivers.
I was thinking Schmigs was going to give us some duds, and none of these guys are duds.
Yep.
So I'm nervous now. Like, is Schmigs or is Dom going to give us some absolute studs in all of them, or are they going to be crap?
We'll see what happens, huh? I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Okay, wide receivers number 1 through 5. We are going to start with DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
You guys got it written down? Okay. Stud receiver, new team. He's got a crackhead quarterback now. Should be interesting. Okay. Next up, Jordan Addison. What are we thinking here? Number 2 wide receiver on the Vikings would be number 1 on a decent bit of teams. How is it going to go? If he was on the Patriots, he'd probably be getting 1,400 yards a season because we don't have anybody else.
I just watched his highlights from 2024, and he did look really good in a lot of games.
He's great. Okay, how are you guys feeling about your list so far?
Amazing.
Good.
That's good.
Not
Okay.
good.
Next up,
Not good.
we said DK. We said Jordan. Next up, we're going to say another wide receiver.
Oh,
Let's go
I hate you.
with
crazy.
CeeDee Lamb. What are we thinking here, gentlemen? What are we thinking here?
Love that guy.
He's a good player. Very good player. Future
He is
Patriots
a very
legend.
good player. He's a very good player.
After
Ooh.
CeeDee Lamb, we got another guy who catches some footballs from sometimes. Christian Watson. How are we feeling about the list so far? Is the real question here.
Well, I've done the same thing that I did last time, and it's going to work out great, or it's going to fuck me.
Okay. So, Schmeeks, how are you
This
feeling
is
so
much
far?
more Yeah, I was gonna say this is so much more scary when it's not Carter telling me what's coming.
That's fair. Our final wide receiver.
Please.
Is it Jacoby Myers?
Oh my God! If it's Jacoby Myers, I'm gonna cry.
I've been holding out for Jacoby Myers.
Is it gonna be Stephon Diggs?
Keyshawn Butte.
hate you.
Carter's not happy. I can't blame you. I can't blame you. I really can't.
I hate you.
I hate you, pal.
Hate you.
Okay.
Carter has Booty. Where you have Booty?
Number 1.
I appreciate the Patriots bias, but 1 is crazy, Carter. I don't know why you would do that. Let's go through your guys' lists. Schmeeks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Shut
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Christian Watson last. DK Metcalf 4.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Addison 3.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb 2. That is a perfect list. And I was hoping you'd go with a homer pick like Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Or
How dare you.
Tyreek Hill. Or someone. Keyshawn freaking Booty.
That's a
My
homer
list is
pick.
perfect.
I'm a Patriots fan.
Even Stephon Diggs would have been better. Or the rookie Kyle Williams. So, yeah, that's my list. Keyshawn Booty, number 1. It's a perfect list until you get to number 1. So, give it to Shmeeks.
My list is
Damn it.
significantly more flawed.
I
As
don't know
soon
how
as you
that's
said
possible.
DK Metcalf,
You put him at 5.
I became
'cause you're a hater.
emotional and put him at 5.
Good.
So I got DK Metcalf, Christian Watson. I won't say that, especially with Matthew Golden there. I was gonna say I'd be interested to see how their stats compare at the end of the year, but DK will probably smoke him. So that's
Probably
probably
gonna get a
big
good like
mistake right there.
1,100 yards. I'm guessing.
Ooh, I'd be interested in
I
that.
don't know.
If he'd have to click with Aaron Rodgers in a way he was unable to click with Geno.
That's fair.
But number 3, Jordan Addison.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Keyshawn Booty. And then number 1, you said CeeDee Lamb, and I got emotional again. I was like, you know what? There's literally 4 guys I might put over Lamb. I'm putting him at 1, and if he says one of those other guys,
That's what I was
names-
hoping would happen. Is one of you
Yeah.
guys would put CeeDee Lamb at number 1, just to make the list more scuffed. So I actually don't know which one of you wins here because Carter has the funniest one of having Keyshawn at number 1, but Schmeeks, his is all over the place. DK at 5. I think off of accuracy, Carter went 4 for 5. Maybe 3 for 5 because I would argue DK over Jordan, but we'll go 4 for 5. Carter wins that one. So we have to do a tiebreaker.
Wow.
Here's my take.
You're
If
too
you thought-
kind.
Oh, 4 for 5. Oh, right, because you think Christian Watson belongs at 5 and Booty, or 4 and Booty belongs at 5.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I got Watson at 4.
Booty belongs
So
on my
I just-
lap. Okay, so what's our tiebreaker going to be is the real thing.
That was fun.
We didn't really plan for one.
I think maybe when we go over the QBs that we want for season game and draft, because we're drafting, maybe we just all look at our list and then decide who has the best list and give it to that person. Maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure, dude.
I love that.
Yeah, no, let's do that. I'm sorry.
The next segment, let's go elite or not. Who wants to start for Jalen Hurts?
I'm all ears right now.
I got take. And this
Let's
was
go.
the thing that screamed out to me. I just wanted to take a quick meander
Okay.
at what he's done.
All right, Grandpa.
Quick meander.
Meander. This doesn't
You
sound
Edgar
quick
Allan
at
Poe,
all.
dude.
Yeah.
Quick as
Forced
Velasquez,
school.
you old man.
Yeah. So in 2022, he threw for 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns to 6 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. He had a 101.6 passer rating. 2024, threw for 2,903 yards, 18 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, 103.7. Love that. Very efficient again. 2023 was a rough year for Jalen. 23 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. Yes. Why y'all
I don't know why you're giving me Skip Bayless vibes right now.
You're talking like it's like you're narrating a movie or something, and it's just
Oh,
funny.
okay.
2023
Well,
was a terrible year for
I'll get
Jalen
to the
Hurts.
point. I don't know if it was a terrible year, but the one thing that struck out to me when it's like, okay, why was he so efficient in 2022 and
Yeah.
2024? Why did the efficiency fall off in 2023, even though that was his best year in pass yards? And I guess, and I'm thinking you guys can guess what I'm getting at, and it comes down to volume. Um, the big stat for me on coming off a Super Bowl win in 2024, Jalen Hurts was ranked number 22 in pass attempts. Of all the starting quarterbacks, 21 threw the ball more than him. So when we talk about elite, it's kind of hard for me because obviously he did what he was asked to do when he was asked to do it. He just didn't need to do as much. And that's kind of the tough part when I'm ranking him is when you got guys who can keep that passer rating above 100 and are throwing 500, 600 times a season. That just it signifies to me that team is living through them and winning because of them. Right now, I think I'd like to see Jalen Hurts throw the ball 500 times and be an efficient passer before I would turn around and say he's elite. It's a hater take, and I know it's a
Okay.
hater take. I love him, and he's a top 10 quarterback, but that's just my elite or not take.
Okay. Well,
Wait.
what I want to hear from you is what QBs would you take over him in the top 10?
I don't think it's a
Oh, I
hater
just
pick,
said
by the
he's.
way.
I
I
don't
just
think
said
so
he's
either.
top
I
10.
think you're being
You had
realistic.
statistics. Yeah, I think it's very realistic. Yeah, it's not a hater take.
Um, I think he might. I think he's probably top 10. I don't know if I would take 10 quarterbacks over him. I just don't know. That's not really my definition of elite.
Okay, but
My
like
definition.
off the top of your head though, who would you take over him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. He might be the best in the NFC. Um,
I
um,
could agree with that.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anyone in the NFC. I think like a comp for him in the NFC, a guy I would put him right next to right now would probably be like Jordan Love. Like if you're asking me to start a franchise with one of those two guys, I'd be like, A, super stoked for either of them.
Mm-hmm.
But B, it wouldn't be an easy choice for me to just choose Jalen over Jordan Love. Um, maybe Baker Mayfield too. That would be a hard guy to pass up.
Yeah.
I agree with that completely. I actually, we were proposing questions to each other, and one of the questions we were asking each other was what players would have won if they were in the same position as Jalen Hurts. And
Yep.
you guys have named everyone I thought of was Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield. This might be a hot take, but I also think maybe Brock Purdy. I think he has good movement. I think he can still throw the ball pretty well. Um, maybe not as good as Jalen Hurts,
I
but
would take Herbert.
Ooh, I like
ooh,
that.
I actually I like that too. Now another question I want to ask you guys, because I loved this when Schmeeks brought it up the other day. Is he a win with or a win because player?
Yeah. I think it's hard to say because I mean, we haven't really seen him without this absolutely insane team that is built around him. He literally, we've talked about in like every episode of the podcast so far, we literally have all said they're our pick for the Super Bowl. The team is so good top to bottom. They got the best O-line in the league. They got the best, probably the best wide receiver core in the league because they got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. They also have freaking Saquon Barkley. They got a ridiculous core on offense. So I would like to see how good he would be. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see that, but I would love to see how good he would be if he was in like say like Josh Allen's position this past season, who really didn't have anybody to throw to. He had James Cook on offense, but that was really about it. And I wouldn't put Khalil Shakir in the same realm
Yeah,
as Devontae Smith at all. But it's hard to say because he is one thing I will give him that he is extremely elite at. I guess two things is obviously picking up the touchdowns and the first downs on, 4th and 1, third and 1, all of that. And then he's got ice in his veins. He's extremely clutch. The only time I really haven't seen him be clutch is at the end of that first Chiefs Super Bowl where he threw a Hail Mary and it went like 13 and a half yards for no reason. And I was like, oh, I guess the game's over now. But I'm pretty sure that was just affected by him getting like hit or something happening. I can't
Mhm.
remember exactly, but I feel like it's a mixture of both. I do think he's a top 10 QB in the league, but I don't think he elevates that team as much as like someone like Lamar or Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow does.
I agree. I would say win with.
Yep.
I agree with you completely. One thing that I remember listening to on a podcast is the spread when he misses one of his elite wide receivers, his efficiency drops dramatically. I think I was watching on SportsCenter or the Herd or something like when Devonte Smith and AJ Brown are healthy, compared to when one of them or both of them are hurt, his completion percentage goes down, his amount of interceptions goes up, his touchdowns go down. Like he is a significantly worse passer
Yeah.
without them, which I think is really interesting. One thing that came to mind for me was Saquon had an insane year, and I think a lot of their success came on the legs and the back of that O line and Saquon.
Yep.
Now they were still a pretty complete team. They still threw the ball well, but they ran the ball so damn well, especially in the
Well,
playoffs.
and
Like
the thing
I
about
don't.
the Super Bowl was they sold out to stop Saquon. The Chiefs did. And they dared Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, which obviously paid off for the Eagles. He absolutely destroyed them. But
Yep.
their main goal was to stop, the guy who maybe should have been the NFL MVP last year. So,
Yep.
um, yeah, I think the main reason they win that Super Bowl is because Saquon and the O line and the fact that their team is just so
The
freaking
defense.
dominant, top to
The
bottom.
in my opinion, the Eagles defense won the Super Bowl. The offense didn't. I mean, they played good, but the defense dominated the Chiefs. The
Yeah,
Eagles defense won them that game for
100%.
sure.
Oh no, I'm just
Um,
I'm I'm just saying like if Saquon's not on that team, they're not selling
oh
out to stop Saquon, which opens up the
They're
passing game.
they're
yeah,
playing too high safety is
Yeah.
what is I think I would agree with
They're
that.
stacking the
I
box
guess.
all game. Yeah, I mean,
Would you say he's elite or not? I mean, let's get right to it. Like, yes or no? Is he elite at the quarterback position or not?
the elite guys in my mind are Lamar, Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and then I would put Justin Herbert in there because he literally has all the elite tools and everything. He just has had a couple of dud playoff games, but like, I mean, we all see how good he is. So, and I wouldn't put him in the same level as those guys. I would put him like right below it with like Goff and all those guys.
Baker.
Yeah, Baker.
I agree. I
Top
completely
10
agree. I
for
would say
sure.
I can't call him elite because in my mind, like another question we were proposing was, is he top five? And
Yeah.
Schmeeks was like, in my mind, an elite player means they are top five. And I was like, that's a great definition, Schmeeks, so we can all be on the same page. I
Hmm.
do not think he's top five. I think he's six, seven, eight.
Yeah.
So he is definitely top 10, but I can't call him elite in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I mean, I wouldn't like I don't know, it's hard to say. Like obviously every top 5 QB is elite, but like I wouldn't like put the limit right there. Like if more guys step up this year, if there's more guys that play at that level of those top 5 guys, then there's more than 5 elite QBs in the league. But um yeah, I would put him at like maybe like 8 or 9 or so. I wouldn't have him in the top 5. Obviously, Eagles fans are going to get so mad at that, and former Alabama fans and Oklahoma fans. But dude, that's just the truth. Okay, he's an
I love him
awesome
as a person.
quarterback. He's got
Respect him as
ice
a
in his
person, but
veins. He's super great in the playoffs. He outdueled Patrick Mahomes in both Super Bowls. Obviously, they lost the one, but he's a great playoff performer. It's just he's not on the same level skill wise as those guys, at least in my opinion.
Well, I'm a kind of I don't know if this is disagreeing because it's like he's not proven to be on their skill level. Is the contrast I'd say to me like a really dumb analogy that I'd use for Jalen Hurts is you have an employee and they are astounding. They are one of the best employees at their job. You're not certain they'd be a great manager, but they're next up. You're excited to see what they could do as a manager. So it's like right now, again, this is a team where AJ Brown brought a book on the sideline because he was so frustrated he wasn't getting enough targets because they were just ramming the ball down everyone's throat. Like
Yep.
none of that receiving crew needed to do as much as they could do. So I mean, I I I think elite or not, like it's a dumb right now with the evidence I have, I'd say no. but like he could be. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
Yeah, that's
take
fair.
Saquon away, take that running game away, make him throw more. He could be right up there with Joe Burrow. I have no
that's a
clue.
great point.
Um,
That is a great point. Mm.
I don't know.
I
I
I
think the way I look at it with what Carter was saying, all the statistics about him playing worse when he doesn't have his best guys. Obviously, most QBs play at least a little bit
Yep.
worse without their best guys. But like I said, the elite guys like Mahomes and Lamar and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, at least the first three, we've seen them all without elite weapons.
Yep.
Like
right.
obviously Mahomes has had Kelsey his whole career, who is one of the best tight ends of all time. But like he was throwing touchdowns to Juju. He was throwing touchdowns to freaking Alan Lazard, if I remember correctly, was on that team. There's there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys. It's not Alan Lazard.
And
Which
MVS.
one was it? MVS. My bad. Um,
MVS
yeah,
and McCole
MVS
Hardman.
and McCole Hardman.
McCole
I
Hardman.
mean, it's just
Yeah.
not
He
great.
got the winning touchdown. He got the
Not
winning
great
Yeah.
touchdown in
players.
one of those.
Kadarius Tony. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Rick
until I
Franz.
see him do something like that when Devontae and AJ are like resting or hurt or something, I just can't see. I can't see myself putting him in the same tier as those guys. There's nothing wrong with being in the tier below. It's just I don't think
Right.
he's elite quite yet.
What's funny
Well,
though is we're talking about the guy who won the Super Bowl.
yeah.
All
Well,
right, yeah,
You
true.
know?
yeah.
Well, it's not like he's a
The
bad QB that won the Super Bowl. It's not
No.
like this
yeah.
is Trent Dilfer or
No.
something on the Ravens
Yeah.
20 years ago, but
The
All
other
right.
thing I do want to say about Jalen Hurts,
Do it.
when it comes to like when you're talking about like ice in his veins, I would agree that if I had to take a mentality out of a quarterback, like just the way he plays his cards close to his chest in press conferences, he's always polite, but he's never oversharing. He's never,
Yep.
unprofessional. I might take Jalen Hurts.
he got
Honestly.
aura.
I love
He's
that.
got aura.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people make fun of him because he just does quotes and stuff. I'm all here for it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I respect the hell out of
You
him.
He's
know,
sick.
one
He's
of my
sick.
one of my oh man, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm gonna butcher it, and this is not verbatim, but one of my favorite quotes of his went something along the lines of "I had a dream before everyone had a reason to hate me," and I remember just being like, "All right, buddy, like go win a Super Bowl."
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah. Damn. I liked it. Elite
Yep.
or not, we'll be back.
Yes, it will. Well,
but
tell
I-
us
I
down below who
enjoyed
you
it a
want
lot.
to do us, who you want us to do it with, whether it be QB, running back, wide receiver. Nobody speak about how I just
Coach.
worded that. Yeah, a coach, water boy, anything like that.
Okay, this next segment we're doing's kind of wild, kind of fun, kind of different. We are each we're gonna snake draft a quarterback that we would want for one regular season, for one game, and for one drive. And then we're gonna see who we think has the best list. And it's gonna be super subjective and it's gonna be a mess. So I'm really excited.
Yes, it is. All right. So
Do we
who's going
do
first?
Season? Do you want to do season?
I say we go. Yeah, we go season, or isn't it regular season? Playoffs, game, drive.
I was just thinking regular season game drive,
Okay,
but we
that's
can
fine.
do playoffs. If you want to do playoffs, I mean,
We'll go regular.
guess we
We'll go season game drive. Season game drive works.
we are doing current starters,
Starters, yes.
and no repeats.
Nope.
So like,
So like if
who's-
Schmeeks takes Mahomes first overall, I can't say Mahomes if I'm second. So like if the guy, it's just a draft. So if the guy's gone, he's gone.
yep. Who's How do we decide who goes first?
I don't know.
let Dom go first. He needs it.
That's
All
true.
right,
That's
tell
so
him.
true. For one season, I'm going Lamar Jackson.
Very nice.
I think he's the best regular season performer we have in the NFL right now. So that's who I'm taking. Lamar Jackson. He's going to get us there. He's going to get my squad there.
Wow. I love
like it.
that. Am I next or are you next, Carter?
You can go next.
Good, because I want Josh Allen so bad.
That's fair.
Give me Josh Allen for
Very
one
fair.
season.
I'm writing all of these down. So
Okay.
That sucks because those are my top two picks.
Yep.
Shocker. Shocker.
Pick number 3. What's Carter going to go with? Is he going to shock the world and pick someone random? Or is he going to leave Drake May for me?
Give me Iguodala.
I want Iguodala.
The man that Schmeegs thinks might be the MVP. I'm going to take Jaden Daniels.
Wow.
Okay.
I love that, but I also think you're at risk for immediately losing this segment.
I agree. I agree. That's a crazy pick. That's like when the Raiders picked a kicker in the first round for no freaking reason, dude. All right, who's your next pick? It's a snake.
We're snaking.
It's a snake. Go ahead. That's your
So
your QB for one season, by the way.
Yep. And the guy that I am taking for one game, Joe Burrow.
Okay. So my pick, I'm going Patrick Mahomes. I think that's a blatantly obvious one to take right there, truthfully. So we got Lamar and Patty on the squad.
I agree, but I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you pulled the trigger.
Hey, if there's one guy I want in the league currently on a game-winning drive in the or not a game-winning drive to play the Super Bowl for me, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes currently. I think he's got the best mix of elite abilities and ice in his veins in the NFL, even though he sucked in this Super Bowl.
I will also say that this is a snake draft, so it was my pick technically. And for all those reasons,
it goes back to this way.
No, he's right. It was Schmeeks' pick.
Tom.
Yeah, it was good. It was you, Schmeeks, me, Schmeeks, you. Yeah, that's right. It was Schmeeks' pick.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I forgot I started. My fault.
With all that being said, for all those reasons, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes.
Real.
Steal.
Okay.
Steal.
That's fair. That's very fair. Damn it. I was looking at our template and I'm like, oh, I'm in the middle. So I forgot I took first. Okay,
now you get 2 players in a row.
I got a decision to make. Lamar Jackson and then who is the real question here. Okay, so Carter, name your 2 players.
I only have one. Oh, I have 2. Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow. And I was thinking of guys statistically that I would want or who I think would perform the best in that situation. I wasn't trying to combine them.
Schmeeks has Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Lamar Jackson. We're gonna go Jalen Hurts.
That's a good pick.
I love it.
And we're gonna go Justin Herbert. Those are my 3.
That's not a bad pick. You want Justin Herbert on one drive, game on the line? You're taking Justin Herbert, the choke master? That's a bad pick. All right.
I don't think that's a bad pick at all. I would take Aaron Rodgers, but he's 400. After that, I mean, Baker Mayfield also throws picks to end games. Josh Allen's gone. Jaden Daniels is gone, but I would take Justin Herbert over Jaden Daniels. CJ Stroud, I mean, I'm not taking him. So what would that leave me with? Jared Goff? Give me the guy with the talent.
Hey, there's still 2 more picks to be made, all right? Shut up.
All right, go ahead. Make your picks.
Don't give Schmeeks any ideas.
No, I already had my idea, and I'm grateful that you didn't take him. I'm going with a guy, he's 43, but I think right now he could still get
No, you're
done.
not.
Give me
No,
Tom
you're not.
Brady.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That'd be so mean. Give me retired Tom Brady for one drive. No, I'm gonna take Matthew Stafford.
That's a solid
for one drive. I just think he's got the veteran presence. That's what I wanted at the end of the day when we were coming into this. Is I had a little list of old guys that might have one last. When dogs get the jumpies one last time, old dogs. I'm hoping that will be Matthew Stafford.
When they just dies after the game, or
I'm taking Baker. I'm taking Baker. Because Baker's like, there's 2 yards to go. I'll run or throw. I'll stiff arm. I'll hurdle. Baker's like, I will do whatever the fuck I need to get the first down.
That's fair.
Baker is a make it or break it kind of guy, and I like his tenacity, so I'm going Baker. So I have a team of Jaden Daniels in the regular season, Joe Burrow for 1 game, and then Baker for my last drive. Not a bad list. Not a bad
I
list.
think each of our drive guys is flawed. Truthfully.
That's fair.
Dom has Lamar for the season. That's insane. He's got Hurts for a game. That's also very nice. And then he's got Herbert for a drive, which I don't really like, but the first two are so good.
Yep. And then Schmeeks, Josh Allen for season, Patrick Mahomes for a game, and Matt Stafford's dusty arm for the final drive. I actually don't know who wins here. I feel like each of our teams are pretty close.
Put it in the comments. Which team is the best?
I think that's fair. Yeah.
I will vote, and I think it's Schmeeks. I think Schmeeks has won it, respectfully.
I didn't want to be cocky, but I thought it was me too.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, Mahomes and Josh Allen is hard to pick, and I kind of handed you the Patrick Mahomes one. I feel like
oh yeah,
Mavericks,
you handed it to him by drafting
I feel like the
early.
Mavericks trading Luka is kind of what just happened to me, but it was like taken from me, and I didn't trade on purpose.
And whose fault is that?
The Mavericks.
Hey, you know what that means? Your flag is right around the corner.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Drake May.
So, I actually kind of thought you would take Drake May, respectfully. I thought you would.
I love him, but it's not far enough in his career yet. I think
I was gonna say it's a fun time in the NFL, and maybe I'm just an eternal optimist. It's a fun time in the NFL when I am so excited to see what Drake May will do this year, but I'm not even remotely close to taking him. There would be probably 2 or 3 more names, maybe more, that I would take before I'd even consider putting Drake May's name down.
That's fair. Honestly, I think Carter not taking Patrick Mahomes first round is what you need to be thinking right now. You need to thank Carter for
First or
absolutely
second,
selling on his first pick.
No, I think honestly, look at last season. Jaden Daniels statistically and in the clutch was significantly better than Patrick Mahomes.
I don't think anybody
Hail
on
Mary.
earth would be taking Jaden Daniels over Patrick Mahomes, though.
If you look at the stats last season,
I know the
made right
stats, but if we're talking about the two players head to head, who is someone taking in an actual draft? I don't think anybody's taking Jaden
Daniels. I am so insanely serious. I would take Jaden Daniels. Fantasy, real life, I would take Jaden Daniels over Patrick Mahomes.
Fantasy,
right now.
I understand, but when it comes to winning, Jaden Daniels has never even been to a Super Bowl. You know, Drake May is undefeated in Super Bowls, right? Sad.
Well, technically, Jaden Daniels is too. But
no, well, Drake May's never lost a playoff game though. So.
He's never won one, and Jaden Daniels won 2.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but they're Mickey Mouse wins.
Fake news, unfortunately.
You want to get that big crimson chin of yours moving and tell us your tight end hot take?
I got 2 this time, by the way. I got hater take, and I got a take.
I feel like you have 2 hot takes every episode.
I'm the hot take, and you're like, yeah, no, I'm making as I want.
We need branding. I'm the hot take guy.
Okay, that's fair.
I kind of had 2 last video. I just turned one of them into a question.
You already just had one taking Jaden Daniels and Patrick Mahomes, so I think you're just done for the episode.
Okay.
My hot take. Bear with me, okay? You just got to believe for one more season. Kyle Pitts, Pro Bowl tight end this year.
I love it.
Kyle Pitts, Pro Bowl tight end this year. That's kind of my joking one, but my serious one is going to be Brock Bowers breaks the tight end single season reception mark.
He just did.
No, for a rookie.
Rookies.
Not overall.
And he's going to come up. Yep, not overall.
That's my hot take.
Why do you look upset by that?
I don't know. He's mad. You're not even in the AFC West.
because no, I'm upset
How-
because Dom's like giving shit to Schmeeks for having 2 hot takes, and then he just throws out 2 hot takes like it's nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, but I said he gives one every episode, so it's one of our turns to give 2 this episode. You know what I'm saying?
that's fair. That's fair.
Or maybe we just give 2 from now on. I don't know. It's fun
Why
to just
why
say
Kyle
things.
Pitts? Why Kyle Pitts?
Because, I draft him in fantasy every year, knowing that he's going to, if I don't draft him, someone else is going to get him and he's finally going to go off. So with this, I now give myself 2 chances to be right or wrong because I'm going to draft him once again at the end of the draft.
You have a
It's a
betting
pro gamer
addiction.
strategy. Double down.
Yep.
You sound like a man who is just like, eventually I'll hit, eventually I'll hit. You sound like you're a gambling addict. But
You can
it's Kyle
never,
Pitts.
you can't more than 100% your money in anything but gambling. So let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
I
You're
could
not
see it just because I think Michael Penix is going to be better, and because Michael Penix will be better. He's not Kirk Cousins. I don't know what else to say. But is he going to be a all pro or whatever you
I said
said?
Pro
No.
Bowler. I said Pro Bowler.
No. Well, then
I'm
also no
predicting
to that.
800 yards and 7 touchdowns for him this year. He'll be in the top 10 of tight end receiving.
That's a little more reasonable.
Speaking
And he's
of
getting the
top
Pro
10,
Bowl. Schmeeks?
Yeah. Speaking of top 10 for tight ends, I'm going to use this as a little
Kim Kardashian.
segue. My hot take, I got a hater hot take and I got a nice one. My nice hot take that you're going to love, Dom. I think Hunter Henry will finish top 10 in fantasy football at the tight end position.
I love it. I love it.
I was shocked at how good he looked with Drake May last year.
He looked good, yeah. They had some good chemistry.
I think that this is going to be an improved team, and I think people are forgetting that Hunter Henry is still that guy.
Yep.
So I like him as top 10 in the position, and I'm going to be drafting him with flyer picks.
I like it. I very much like it.
My hater take that everyone is not going to like. I think Tyler Warren at the Indiana Colts goes for less than 400 yards this season.
Receiving or total?
Receiving.
Unless Anthony Richardson takes a massive step forward, he's going to have 2 of the worst QBs throwing him the ball. So I can kind of see it.
Factored into the equation.
Daniel Jones.
I'm nervous again. I think Tyler's going to come in where he was a guy who, let's be frank, bullied other people in college. I mean, very physical receiver. Love that for him. But the same thing I said about the Arizona wide receiver. I'm forgetting the name.
MHJ.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, McClellan, Teterona or whatever.
Teteroa?
Oh, the Panthers.
The
The Panthers
yeah.
receiver.
Oh, sorry. He went to the University of Arizona. Yeah, T-Met. Same thing I said about him. I just get a little bit nervous for rookies who made a career in college off of being the biggest, baddest guy and making contested catches, because I think it's one thing to do that against 18, 19, 20-year-olds. It's another thing to come in the NFL against guys who've literally put on 20, 30 pounds of muscle and are 25 and just try to go up and body them. So with all that factored in, I'm shading Tyler Warren for 2025. I hope he has a wonderful career.
No, I think that's a solid take. I mean, I think 400 or lower is a bit crazy to me.
It's aggressive.
I definitely think he'll have higher than that, but I don't see him having a crazy season with the QBs he has. So I think that's a solid one.
My hot take: Evan Ingram of the Denver Broncos finishes as a top 5 fantasy tight end.
Oh,
dang!
Wow,
that's a good one.
I think that he's kind of filling Sean Payton's Joker role a little bit, like he wanted. They signed him to a 2-year, $23 million contract, $16 million guaranteed, and I feel like he's still pretty talented. And Denver has like Cortland Sutton, who's pretty solid. They have some slot guys who are fast, but I think they wanted kind of an elite tight end and maybe a guy who can play maybe the Kittle role or the Kelsey role where he can score some touchdowns. He can make some clutch catches. And I just think, again, Denver's going to be much better. And even if he doesn't have a ton of yards, I think he'll have a good amount of catches and a good amount of touchdowns. So I could see him being top 5 at the fantasy tight end position.
Okay, I like that. Now, I have a question for both of you guys. Where do you think Travis Kelce ends up?
Oh man.
Outside the top 8.
Like, what do you think? What do you predict his yards and touchdowns will be around this year? I want to hear from both of you what you think.
Can I look up his last year stats?
Yeah, go ahead. He had like
Travis
877, I want to
Kelce
say,
is
something like
like
that.
the anti Kyle Pitts to me because I just keep thinking, oh, he's not going to be great again. He's not going to be great again. And then he just is one of the best in the league with so much consistency.
That's fair.
So it's hard for me. I want to say that I'm nervous that there'll be a fall off for him, but I say that every year.
Dog's
So
barking.
I'm actually gonna say something a little different and say I think he's top 5 again, and I don't think he retired. Yeah, I know. Call me crazy. I think he's top 5 again, and I think he retires on top. I think he is gonna be a top 5 guy until he finally decides to hang him up.
Yeah, that's like the exact opposite direction I was seeing.
Oh no.
I gotta be honest with you. He looks so damn old in these playoffs. He looked horrendous. And I mean, he cut like 20 pounds or something. That doesn't mean anything, dude. Cut 20 years and maybe I'll think you'll catch some footballs, buddy. Freaking, I just don't think he's gonna play that well this year. I think he started looking really, really bad last year, especially in the Super Bowl. He looked horrendous, looked tired, looked AARP-ish, if I could say that. Retirement fund, possibly. I don't know. Broken hip, perhaps. Uh, but I don't see him going over 1,000 yards this year. I don't think he's going over 800 yards this year. Is what I'm going to say.
I could see that. I'm looking at his
Wow.
stats, and he was consistently he was over 1,100 yards from 2018 to 2022, and then he went from
Yep.
1330 to 980 to 820.
Yep.
So pretty significant drop off in yards and touchdowns significantly too. Went from 12 touchdowns to 5 to 3.
Yep.
So he's definitely trending down. He's getting older.
Happens to everybody.
His targets have still been good. He still has 120 plus targets. I mean, he had 93 receptions, then 97 receptions. So he's still getting a good amount of receptions and targets. Mahomes is still giving him attention. It's just not as much in the red zone. And I don't think he's breaking off the long runs.
Nope.
He used to
That's
break off some
exactly
pretty
it.
awesome runs.
Yep.
And I think it's just not happening as much.
No.
I also think that the Chiefs can kind of see that and are going to maybe start trying to get the ball in the young guy's hands. The young rookie is still good. He's going to improve. Rashee Rice is coming back. I think it's still the Chiefs. They still should be good, but I could agree with Dom. I think he goes less than 800 yards and probably less than 5 or 6 touchdowns. Probably okay. Maybe tight end 10, 12 in fantasy.
I can see
Maybe
that.
8.
That's a great question though. Watching the Chiefs last year, a name that doesn't jump out when I looked at the stats, that does jump out to me watching it where I'm like, wow, they're comfortable with this guy in third down scenarios, in scenarios where they need big plays. Noah Gray.
Yep.
Where do you think Noah Gray comes? What do you think his stat line looks like this year?
I think
'Cause if Travis,
him and Kelsey are a lot closer than they have been. That's for sure. I mean, I
yeah,
don't think he's gonna have more than Travis Kelsey this year, but maybe something like within like 100 or 200 yards of him or so. I would guess.
uh-huh.
He could pop off. You never know. But yeah, that would be my guess. Something like that.
I'll tell you some numbers just to try and help you answer this. Noah Gray had less than half the receptions and significantly less targets, but half the amount of yards and more touchdowns than Travis
Yeah,
Kelce did.
Yeah,
he
I'd
was
be.
he.
I think he's
Go
efficient,
ahead.
a
Yeah,
lot more efficient.
I was just gonna say he was a guy when I watched Chiefs games, I was like, this dude looks like he's next up at some point. Noah
Yep.
Gray was a guy I was very interested in from a fantasy football perspective.
Yep. 100%. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think while Kelsey's there,
Kelsey's
while
starting to
Kelsey's there.
age. I think he's going to see more targets. I think it's as simple as that. At least for how I'm predicting it.
Mm.
he could not do great, but I think they're going to be a lot closer because it looks like Noah Gray was about 400 yards below him. He had like 50 less catches. You said he had more touchdowns. I would be willing to bet Noah Gray goes over 600 yards this year and gets like over 55 or so catches. That's my guess. And then when Kelsey finally does retire, I think he'll be that, security blanket on third downs and everything in the future.
That's a hot take. Damn. All right.
That's my thoughts. You have any questions you want to ask us as well to discuss?
Me?
Yeah. Or either of you.
I think I just asked mine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. No, that was good. That was fun. I've enjoyed it. I think that was a great time.
Yep, I agree.
We got through things quicker than we ever have, and I think we're all surprised by it.
True. Very true. I'm shell shocked.
Yeah, well, I think this was an episode where I kept my rambling down, and we're gonna see that in the time of the episode. I was
think this episode's
starting
30
to
minutes
ramble
lower than the last one.
In the elite or not category, I was starting to ramble. I was getting my rambling going, and you guys started laughing. I just cut to the point. So,
we just need to laugh, and then it doesn't happen.
No, I don't blame you. I'm just saying that if we're seeing this in the time, it might be a Nate rambling scenario.
I don't agree with that. I think we've just had a lot to say, and maybe we're a little more succinct this time.
The last episode also we went through like 20 players, Hall of Fame or not, and we talked about each one. So it's not really an individual person thing. Although it is funny that you blame it on your rambling, but that's not really what it was.
Well, that one was actually you rambling, but we.
Hey, I'll take the blame.
Thank you again to everyone listening. We're having a lot of fun. This is our third episode. We're going to keep pushing out content and having a good time as we've got a lot of great ideas. Shout out to Dom for being awesome with his creativity and his fun ideas, and Schmeigs with the great takes. I think we're having a lot of fun. It's just going to get better. Super cute.
All three of us.
Tell us, let us know if you have anything you're interested in listening to or asking us about. As the summer goes, we get closer to OTAs and preseason stuff. There'll be more interesting things to talk about and more pressing questions maybe. But
we got a lot of good ideas that we're gonna put in place. Some fantasy football stuff. It's gonna be a good time. But that'll happen when it happens. So very excited for it. Yeah.
Well, shout out to you too. Shout out to the fans listening. This has been the Shane Crew. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
All right, love you.
Peace.
Bye.